You need to tell the people around you that you don't tell on an everyday basis how grateful you are that they're in your life. One of the things that I think can be most overlooked in life is gratitude. You think about gratitude and the people around us, the relationships that we have, the memories that we have, everything comes down to gratitude. Do people want to be around you? Are you thankful? Do you enjoy the presence of other people? And there's so many times that we think about gratitude and we think about stuff. We think about the things that maybe we want. Oh, I'm thankful for this or that. But if you really look back and think about, okay, if I were to come up with a list of things right now about what I was thankful for, I would guarantee you that a lot of the things aren't physical items. They're the people around you, the relationships that you have. Those are really what we can be grateful for. Because yes, we have the physical things, and yes, we enjoy those things, but a lot of times those fades. The things that we're most grateful for are the people and loved ones around us. And we don't look at that close enough, is that we have to be grateful. I talked about this a few episodes ago about just what is the vibe that you're putting out there? What is the message that you're sending to people when you're not saying anything? Is it a smile? Is it an RBF? You know what that means? What is it? Is it how grateful are we for the people around us? Not only that, but how often do we say it? And that's the key. Because there's times in my life I can think about where I may be driving home or I'm sitting silently in the car and I'm driving along and I can think to myself, man, I haven't said anything for like 30 minutes. And I look at my kids and my wife and maybe they're all staring straight ahead or looking at their phones or whatever it is. And I'm thinking in my head, I'm thinking about all the things maybe that I have to do or I've done. And I like, man, are they thinking right now that I may be frustrated or upset because of the look I have on face? I don't say it enough where I say, you know what, guys? I'm happy. I'm proud of you guys. I'm thankful for what you guys are doing. None of us say it enough because a lot of us see it as weakness. If we say that, we think maybe I'm just not being as manly or macho as I need to be. I need to be as a dad, someone who's stern and steadfast, but we're not saying it enough. We're not telling the people around us how thankful we are for what they do or for what they bring to the table. We need to be doing that more. How thankful, how grateful, showing gratitude. And not only that, but take it a step further. We talked about having friends. If you want to have friends, you have to be the light to the people around you. People want to hear that they're doing good or that you like being around them. Be grateful for those. We don't say it nearly enough. I can think about even with my wife. I mean, when my wife tells me something, my dad used to say this all the time, and it really didn't make sense to me until I was married with kids. But my dad used to always say in his sermons growing up, he just talked about being grateful. You know, there could be 10 people who say something good or bad to him, and it meant nothing. But the second his wife said something, mom said something to him about it, that just filled his emotional tank all the way up. It's because the people who are close to us, the people who are around us that we truly love and care about, and they're really those are the people that we want to hear those things from. But in order for us to start that, you have to be the one. You have to be the one that says it first, how grateful you are for somebody. And the people that we truly love, we should be able to do that with. If you don't believe me, try it. It's something very easy that you can try. Just tell somebody how grateful you are when you don't have to do it. It's like giving a Christmas present, not only to your family, but to maybe a friend. You know, everyone expects to get Christmas gifts from their family members. But when you go outside, I love doing this. It's a great tradition that my kids and I have started just a few years ago, which was we'd go around about a week or two before Christmas and we would go look at Christmas lights and we'd make, a couple baskets of just, for our close friends. And we would take them a, bottle of wine, or we'd take them a cookie, or we'd take them something just to show how grateful we're from. And if you're one of my friends, you didn't receive one, maybe you're not that close of a friend. But no, I'm just kidding. But it's just something that can just go ahead. It just shows the gratitude and how grateful you are for the people that are around us. We have to be more grateful for what we have currently. We always think to ourselves, man, I just want to have more stuff. I want to have more of this. I want to have more of that. But the reality of it boils down to is that it's the people around us, the relationships we have that we need to be grateful for. There's a great story that I heard it's been recently, but there was a statistic actually. And it was, the people who make between, $30,000 and $50,000 a year, they go to them and say, hey, what is the thing? What would make you, where do you think you need to be as far as salary range in order to be happy? And everybody who was in that range would just say, if I could just make, and it was like 15% more, if I could just be here, I'd be happy. So they went to people in that range. So if in your range here, maybe it's $40,000 to $60,000 a year, where would you need to be in order to be happy and be where you need to be in life? They said, well, if I could just be at the $60,000 to $80,000 range, then I would truly be happy. And of course, you can see the trend here. They keep going to each different person. They finally get up to someone who makes, $500,000 a year. Where would you need to be in order to be happy and be comfortable where you're at? They could just make $1 million a year. And the reality of that is that we're just not truly happy with where we sit. We got to start respecting and knowing that the happiness doesn't come from necessarily what we have and the flaunt of to other people around us. It comes from the relationships that we have with people around us, being grateful for those. And if we want to make true friendships, if we want to show those around us how grateful, then we have to actually say it. That's one of the harder things. If you talk to younger kids these days, have you ever listened to like a 15 or 16-year-old try to order at a restaurant who maybe is socially awkward and they're trying to order and they just can't make eye contact and they're trying to order food and you're like, gosh, just say it. The generations now, they're not used to that face-to-face contact. And so you can imagine how hard it would be for maybe a younger kid or someone the age to be able to say to their parents, I love you. Just saying that for some of you maybe even just makes you cringe a little bit hearing those words. But we have to realize that if we want to show true compassion, and some of you, that can be different things. You don't necessarily have to say it. Maybe we show it through the actions that we have. Maybe we show it through the actions that we put out there. Maybe it's a hug. Maybe it's whatever it is, we're showing the gratefulness and gratitude for those around us. Because at the end of the day, I've heard this from multiple different people. You talk about, people who've been extremely successful in life and they're maybe on their deathbed or they're close to the end of their life. Like, if you could go back, what is it that you would do? And it isn't, I would have bought more of this. I would have spent more time with my family. If I could go back, I would have just maybe done this message. It's never physical items. It's always the relationships, because that is what life is about. That's what memories are about. That it's having the relationships. It's being grateful for what we have. And it's a common trend too. If you look at true happiness in life versus those who aren't happy, it always comes down to gratefulness. How grateful are you for what you currently have? Because there are a lot of people, you can go on a worldwide spectrum, there are people who have it much worse than you have it. Happiness does not come from the things that we have. Happiness does not come from the job maybe it comes from the job that you have if you enjoy your job, but it doesn't come from the physical items or from the money. If you need to have better budgeting, then get better budgeting. You don't need to make more money. If you make more money, you're just going to spend more money. Happiness comes from being grateful and having gratitude. That's where positivity comes from. If you go back to all of the episodes that we've talked about, literally just pick one of the episodes that we've done. It comes down to gratitude. Being grateful that we're in the situation that we're in, because it comes down to happiness. When all else fails, it comes down to the people and the memories of the people that we have around us and being grateful for them. Gratitude. If you don't believe me, try it out for yourself. Be more grateful for what you have. Start making a list. There's a story also that I just heard about a kid who was so ungrateful in life, and he said, okay, here's my challenge for you. Is every single day, just start writing down a list of things, and we're going to put them in this jar. So this kid, every single day, he just starts writing down, I was grateful for, going to the circus, because he was so forced to do it. He's, oh man, I'm not grateful for anything, but he was forced every day. Just write something. I was grateful that I went to the circus, or I was grateful that I spent time with my family. Or he starts to realize after a week or two of doing it that what he had in this jar wasn't necessarily the things around him, but it was the people around him. It was the things that he was able to experience in life. Those were the things he was truly grateful. So for us, if you want to start a trend, we always look to other people. Man, if this person was just more nice to me, or if this person didn't say that bad thing to me, or if it's always the negative people that we are around, a majority of the time will put the blame on other people. If you want to be grateful, if you want to be a positive light, if you want to be somebody who truly is going to better their life, you have to be the one. You have to be the one that starts taking ownership for yourself and showing gratitude to those around you. That's what somebody who's truly grateful is. Don't look to other people saying, oh, this. They start with themselves. Because as they start to do that, the people around them will start to see what they're doing. People see as other people do. And if they look up to somebody, if you look up to somebody, you will start doing what that person does. I can promise you, there's a lot of people who look up to you who you don't even think do. There's people at your office place. There's people at your work. There's people all around you in your family. There's people at any place that you go. There's people who look up to you. And if you want to make the change, if you want to start being more happy, if you want to start having more positive vibes around you, be the person who starts that first. Be grateful for the people around us, because once we start doing that, it's a trend. People will catch on to it. People will also start doing it back to you. There's not very many. You have to be a pretty negative person to be around someone who's so positive all the time and to be spitting out negativity. Be the person who is grateful. People will gravitate towards that, the gratitude in life. I'm going to end with this today. I'm going to challenge every one of you today. Maybe you're already a grateful person, then great. This will be easy for you. Maybe you're not. To the people around you, to the people in your life that you're truly grateful for, this holiday season, tell them that. That's the challenge to all of you. I can promise you that in 2 or 3 years from now, people are going to remember you by that more than they are that the present that you gave them. Is tell the people around you how grateful you are for them. Some of you, it's going to surprise a lot of people, but it's a challenge. Each and every single one of you do that. And you're probably sitting with someone in the room right now and you just said it. And if so, then that's the wrong person. They already know. You need to tell the people around you that you don't tell on an everyday basis how grateful you are that they're in your life. It's going to create a whole new chain effect for those people, and it's going to catch a lot of them off guard. But I challenge every single one of you with it. Let me know how it goes. If you guys are able to take something from today and apply it to everyday life, please hit the like, hit the subscribe button. I absolutely love doing this. Can't wait to bring you next week's episode. And until then, stay sharp and stay resilient.